there, fishy folks, and welcome back to Michael's Fish Room. Today's video, a final review of this bad boy, the Marineland Emperor Pro 450. Grab yourself a healthy snack and beverage, and stand by for my honest feelings about this filter. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Before we get started with the video, if you could just do me a ginormous favor as always, go ahead and obliterate the subscription button if you haven't done so already. Gently boop the notification bell, and then when we're done, check out my website, michaelsfishroom.com. Quick note about the subscription button. I hit 35,000 subscribers yesterday. Thank you so much. No, I'm not doing a sale. But I'm trying to hit 40 by the end of the year. That's my goal. We're the end of October. That's 2 months, 5,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. Do me a favor, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it, or do it now. And if you have hit that subscribe button, make sure you tell your friends and have them hit the subscribe button. Moms, dads, uncles, grandparents, kids, I don't care. Just hit that subscribe button. All right, enough plugging for me. So, we're going to talk about the Emperor Pro 450 and my honest feelings. Now, there's some history here with Marineland, okay? Before the filter came out, they contacted me and asked if I would be willing to do a review. It was actually the PR firm that Marineland hired, and they contacted me and a couple other YouTubers. Some of the more notable ones, Jason from Primetime Aquatics did a really good review. I think Peck Tech also did one. I think some other smaller YouTubers did one as well, but for what it's worth, I watched Jason's before I actually did mine, because his came out while I was in Japan, and I couldn't do mine because I was in Japan. Anyway, long story longer. I did my unboxing. I broke the motor housing, which I'll show you right here. I broke one of the ears off because I didn't put it in right. I just watched the video again. You could clearly hear me snap the plastic. There's a little line that says water level, so I'm assuming this goes like this. I could assume wrong here, folks. Oh, I just broke it. And then I opened, they had sent me 3 of them. Then I opened another box, and there was plastic in the box broken. And so I think I had to use the 3rd motor. Anyway, I did my unboxing. I really liked the filter at the time. I put it on Shui's tank, and it moved a lot of water, and it did a great job cleaning and polishing the water. And a couple months later, I was down here in the fish room. I had done a video about supercharging it. Luckily, I was down here in the fish room. I think it was January, so a little less than a year ago, little more than a year ago, and I saw smoke and fire coming out of the motor. And so there's a hole here where the plug goes in, and I saw fire coming out of there. And so I unplugged it. I didn't make a video of it. I unplugged it quickly, made sure Chewy was okay, made sure the house was okay. And then I did post it on social media, and I tagged Marineland the next morning before like 8:30. I had a call from them. They wanted the part back. I completely got it. They sent me a shipping label. I shipped them the part. They did an intense investigation. It was months. And they found nothing conclusive, which I wasn't really surprised. I'm in quality assurance, so I kind of get it. A lot of you guys thought it was BS, but I had a very open and honest phone conversation with their head of quality, as well as one of their marketing guys, and I do believe that they did what they could to try to duplicate, and they couldn't duplicate it. I went on to really like the filter in my Angel tank. There's one big drawback to the filter in any tank, though. So it's a hang-on back. I'm fine. And you can see it hangs off the back glass. But this space right here is huge. So on my 55 upstairs, the Angel tank, it hangs off the back like this. But this is so wide that I can't actually put the glass top on. So the glass tops, you know, they they fold like this. I have to take half the glass top off in order to cover even part of the tank. That's a problem if you ask me. To me, that means they didn't do their research as far as widths of tanks. Now, a couple of things I like about this filter, and I'll show you the things I don't like. I like the fact that they move the motor into the water. It starts right away. It's very fast when it starts. I haven't had any problems with noises with the bio wheels. And there's a lot of room for filter media, and it's very customizable. They have this media basket that you can put in there. It goes in there, obviously, you need it in there, but you can fill it. They sell K2 for it. They sell ammonia reducing resin. They sell nitrate reducing resin. Here's the K2. They sent me a bunch of it. And most importantly, what they do have, which I really like, is for the intake tube, which sits like this, you can take this big bulbous head off and put a sponge filter on, and I really like the sponge filter. They didn't send me a sponge filter, even though I asked for one, so I went to Amazon and I bought one. And I want to show you on the mutt guppy tank exactly what's going on. The other thing they have for these things is a micron filter that goes in here that really polishes the water. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about some negatives now with this filter. Told you it's too big. It's not very noisy, so that's nice. It is quiet. It does have plenty of media space, but I use the micron filter upstairs in the angelfish tank, and it clogs rather quickly. Now it is fine, so I guess that's normal, but it clogs way too quickly for what I think. And I'm going to tell you the biggest, most frustrating part of this filter. I got to move the camera though, so refill your snack and beverage if you have to. I'm curious, let me know down in the comments below, what is your healthy snack and beverage? If it's not healthy, let me know, because I've been trying to eat healthy, as you know. Now, for all you trolls that want to know about my arm and shoulder, it's still jacked up. Been doing PT, but it's been bad the last 2 days, so... In fact, I just took some muscle relaxers because I finished my real job filming the video for you guys. So I am a little loopy, so we may get some good bloopers. All right, enough about me. Refill snack and beverage, make sure it's healthy. Stand by. All right, fishy folks, here is my massive 90-gallon mutt guppy tank. And I have the Marineland Emperor Pro 450 running on this tank. Basically for mechanical filtration. I have this ginormous sponge filter. In fact, there's the same sponge filter that I don't have in a tank, but I have that one in this tank. And then there's another one that I had outside in one of the ponds that I just put in here to help seed the whole tank when I started adding guppies from outside. So this tank, it's all mutt guppies. I have added some new blood, if you will, new genetics, like that half black yellow I added. There's some more pure strains I added in here as well. There's a pink flamingo and some others. You can also see I have quite a few plecos in this tank, thanks to my buddy Joel who gave these to me. I'm just letting them grow out in here. Eventually, when I can catch them, I will try to catch them and they'll go for sale. But let's take a look at some underwater footage of these guppies, because I know you guys love underwater footage, and so do I. All right, fishy folks, I hope you enjoyed that quick underwater footage with that great music. Let's take a look at the filter. Actually, before we do that, you can see I have the Neotherm heater in here. I love the Neotherm heaters from Cobalt. If you're not familiar with them, they're really flat. And there's like 2 of them. So there's one, and then there's one I have over here, which you can see the bottom of. So they split the I think it's a 300 watt, so that's essentially 2 150s together. And so, you know, it helps maintain a more even temperature. But all right, let's take a look at this filter. So here's the filter. There's the flow. Okay? Now, let's take a look. If you open it up, nothing's turning. Nothing. 0. Nothing. Right? Now let's take a look. You can see right there, that is all clogged up. That's one of the intakes that allows extra water from the top surface, top portion of the water to get filtered. But here's my problem, this sponge filter. It's clogged completely. I literally just cleaned it out 3 days ago. That's bad. If you ask me, that filter is not well designed. I don't know how to design it better, but I'm not a designer. I don't know if the holes are, you know, the porosity is too small. I think that's the right word. I don't know if it's because, you know, I have 300 or 400 guppies in here and it's not designed for that. But this filter is spec'd for at least a 90-gallon tank, and this is a 90-gallon tank, folks. So I don't really know. I'm very disappointed with that. That alone, this alone is one thing that's giving me big negatives for this. The other thing is when that top part clogs, it really does stop the water flow. Now I'm going to clean that off, and then I want you to see how much more water it sucks in, right? How it starts to flow. So let's clean that off live here on camera. You can already hear it. There. Now it's flowing like it should. Right? It's doing a great job. But it's not pulling any water in from the bottom. So it's clogged. Maybe I'm being too picky. I don't think it should clog so easily. I think it defeats the purpose of that intake sponge. Because if I were to close this, like some people want it closed, it's going to severely limit the water. Look. Now, those stop turning, which is the whole purpose of this. Stop turning. Right? If we open this up, now more water is flowing. Now they're turning. How they're supposed to. But in my opinion, it shouldn't clog so fast. Like I said, I just took it off, clean it, and of course it's an intake sponge, so I had to shut the filter off, unplug it. I just think it shouldn't clog so quickly. That's just me. So in my opinion, this isn't one of my favorite hang-on back filters. I still love the Aqua Clear hang-on back filter as my favorite. I would rate this in the 2nd tier of hang-on back filters. If you get one cheap enough and you want to just have it as a regular filter, you know, you don't need that intake sponge, it's probably pretty decent. I can tell you upstairs it is very good at cleaning the water and polishing the water, but for me in this application, not so good. What I don't like upstairs, like I said, is I can't fit the glass top on, so there's more evaporation, and we all know I'm lazy, so that causes a problem for me. All right, folks, that does it for me with my final review of the Marineland Emperor 450. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think and if you bought one and what your favorite hang-on back is. Thanks, guys. All right, folks, we're going to review the... No. And it was actually a PA form, a PR form that's firm. A PR...